this movie, hands down to me, is probably one of the best filmed, written, choreographed, acted movies in the whole entire MCU.
Nah, this ain't nonsense, this is nonfiction. So excuse if the content is offensive, it's official. Now that we have been acquainted, this is my pleasure, my pain, your entertainment.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? As you see the title of this video, it's not a trailer reaction. It is a movie review, reaction, whatever you want to call it, for this joint right here. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I'm going to say, if you have not seen it within the first couple of days, you're missing out. This movie, hands down to me, is probably one of the best filmed, written, choreographed, acted movies in the whole entire MCU. There, it's easily top five. Easily top five. The storyline is amazing. The people picked for the characters, the everything, the kung fu scenes or the martial arts scenes, um, are top notch. They're top notch. I came to find out that the stunt crew for Jackie Chan is the crew who did most of the stunts for his Shang-Chi, which makes sense when you see the trailer and you see them fighting in the scaffolding, because that was in many Jackie Chan films, especially Rush Hour 2, and I think oh, something in Brooklyn or whatever, Bronx, whatever. He's done definitely a lot of high wire acts, fighting scenes on scaffoldings and just high tall statues. He did it in Paris, like. But anyways, regardless of Jackie Chan, but like I said, his crew helped with this movie, and it shows. It shows what a more accomplished stunt crew can do, because they've accomplished some things in some of his movies that look almost unbelievable. But we know for a fact that Jackie Chan does pretty much like 75% of his own stunts, because he's broken just about every bone in his body trying to do them. But at this point, Shang-Chi and Legend of Ten Rings, in the first day, which was technically Thursday, made $8 million. By Monday, it has made $71 million. So right now, it's considered a box office smash based on all predictions, all the rhetoric that was happening, all the nonsense that was coming its way, all the flack was getting its way from China, for whatever reason, which I don't know what personally is the issue. I think it's this kind of awkward, being that it is a Chinese Canadian led film, and I think it represents them and their culture fairly well within the MCU. Um, there are so many characters of Chinese, of Chinese ethnicity that are represented really well in this film, that are powerful characters, that are strong characters. Some are funny, some are just really well done as far as acting. The martial arts in here is beautiful. Some of the scenes, like just how it looks. Oh my god! I'm sitting in the theater. Just like when I went to see Black Widow, couldn't go to sleep, so I was like, you know what? I'm up already. Might as well just go to a movie. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's go. Try to look one for one for Shang-Chi. Couldn't go sleep again. Like, luckily, the movie theater's right there. Like, literally right there across the street from my house. Couldn't sleep again. And I was like, let me see what time the movie pops off. Obviously, movie theaters are starting to change their times based off of what's going on in the world. So there was not a movie before 11:30. So I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna lay down. I don't think I'm probably gonna fall asleep before the end. 10:30 come around. Wide awoke. Like, well, I guess I'm gonna put the ticket's only like $5. Let me just get this ticket real quick. Um, but the movie, I don't even know how. I don't know how to start to say what I want to say. the movie is good. If you've seen people's reviews of the movie and they're telling you, "Oh, it's good," and you think they're blowing smoke up your butt, I'm telling you, from me to you, if you watch my videos and you kind of trust what I say, I'm telling you, this is a good movie. It is better than a large percentage of MCU films. It's better than pretty much all the DC films. And I know I'm going to get flack for saying that, but this movie is so good. It If Infinity War is your top dog, right? And then Endgame is probably your second, I'm assuming. And then you might go to Captain America Civil War. This is gonna probably be your number four. That is how good this film is. It's not just the script, it's the acting. The acting is so on par. I'll give it up. And y'all can see. Give Aquafina her mother effing flowers. Like, she did a good job in this film. Not to say that the film was too big for her as an artist, but she's one playing a character that doesn't exist in the MCU. This is a new character that's coming into. Well, she doesn't exist in the comic world. This is a new character being introduced into this storyline, but being introduced into the MCU as well. So it's a blank slate. So what she did with the character and showing the parallels between, one, her growth as the character, but also it also parallels how Shang-Chi's kind of growth, and they have their two dynamics, and the way that it's put together is just done so well. The director for this film did an excellent job of telling a great story, and the cinematography. I'm telling you, there's some scenes in here that just look so damn good. Um, even what's his name that play? I have the IMDb open. Even um Tony. Oh, I'm going to badger his name. Tony Lewing, who plays the real Mandarin. Like, even though he is the bad guy in this film. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, he is the bad guy in this film. He's he's not really the bad guy, but he is the bad guy because his motivation for what he's doing towards the end of the film, it's an honorable motivation. It's something he believes that it's something he believes that's really, what I'm saying, that he really has to do, because once he does this task, it'll save something or someone. I'll say it like that. And you can't be mad at him for feeling what he feels, or thinking he feels what he feels is correct. Because if you were in that same situation and those things happen to you, you probably would do the same thing too. So, as the villain in the story, it's a good villain. It's a good anti-hero, anti-villain, like whatever you want to call it. Let's just go. Okay, Aquafina's Katie, loved her. Um, Ming Zhang as his sister, great job. Such a powerful character. I think she does a great freaking job in this role. Her martial arts is fire. Her skills is off the chain. Like, I'm like, oh my god, see me Lou. Now, I've watched See Me Lou in the what's the TV show that he's in? The show that's based in Canada that he's in. I love that. That show is actually really good. I hate that it ended the way it ended. Let me just. Oh, Kim's Convenience. Yeah, Kim's Convenience. Yeah, that he plays the character Jung on there. That series is really good, and I enjoyed that series. I hated the way it ended, um, but Michelle Yao in this story, she kind of gives you that vibe from Hidden Dragon Crouching Tiger. Like, she just exudes those characters, and it's just so freaking good. And Fela Chin, who is in the movie Shang-Chi's mother, great job. There's so many people that do such a great job in this movie. I know I feel like I'm just like puffing smoke, but the movie is so good. Like, it's just a great movie. I'm telling you guys, if you were on the fence about watching it, just do like I did. Go to an early screening if you can. You know what I'm saying? If you have time, if you don't have to go to work or you can get off early, go to an early screening. If you have a long lunch, just go to an early screening. Trust me. If you're not sure you don't want to spend all your money, don't wait the 45 days because by the time the 45 days come up, that whole movie's going to be spoiled for you because the trailers that we received does not tell the whole story, does not ruin the movie. The trailers they chose were smartly put out. Even those little quick 30-second bits they were putting out right before the movie, like every other day, doesn't ruin the movie. Does not ruin the movie. It's still a great film. The story, the rings work. I know they're supposed to be rings, but the rings, the bracelets, the rings, they work in the story. They work how they're used. It's I don't. I want to kind of. I want to kind of make this spoiler free, but I think I'm gonna end up just going into spoilers in a minute. But as a whole, from start to finish, the film is a great film. It kind of gives you a little backstory of the characters of Simu Liu, Shang-Chi, and the Mandarin. It kind of gives you a backline and of his mother and a little bit of his sister, of course, because she's the main one of the main characters. Now, somebody let me know what in the comic books isn't it more than just him and his sister? Isn't there a brother? Isn't there another brother somewhere? I'm just curious if it's in the comic book because I'm like, are they going to go that route and bring somebody new in the second one? Because it's going to be a second one. It's going to be a second one for sure. But so from top to bottom, story is an a 10 out of 10. The acting, 10 out of 10. The um, the martial arts, 10 out of 10. The camera work, 10 out of 10. The characters and creatures in the story, 10 out of 10. Um, the locations, the cinematography, 10 out of 10. The music, the soundtrack, 10 out of 10. Like, to me, I usually like all Marvel movies and most of the DC stuff. So I'm just going to be honest. But I don't come out of all of them feeling the way I felt about this one. I felt with this one that this could possibly be considered the best Marvel film. That's how good it is. Yes, Endgame and Infinity War took us through a lot of hurdles, a lot of emotions, but so did this film. This film takes you to a lot of places and it gives you some good emotions, some good feels, some good story. It does a lot in 2 hours. Um, I want to say it said 212 minutes, I think, total time. So I'm assuming that's including um, the the credits. So sorry, guys. So I'm assuming that's including the credits. But also at the end of the movie, there are two sets of credits. One is mid credits, and the second one at the very end of the credits. And if anything, at least stay for the first one. The first one is very important towards the this phase of, or even the phase five. Let's not hold it to it. It could be determining something big coming for MCU. So I will say that in the second end scene and at the end of the credits, it's important to the characterizations of the characters in this movie. The other one affects the entire MCU. The second one affects the characters in Shang-Chi. So I would definitely say stay to watch those. On top of all that, totally left field subject. Now, we've been watching Marvel movies for a very long time, right? Right? 20 years? Like 20 years. That's what it feels like. 25, 30 years. We've been watching 45 years. No. Everyone knows there's always an end scene, at least one. It still trips me out when the credits start rolling, people get up and leave. It's like, there's something else, right? So I was sitting in my seat, and there was a woman like probably about 7 feet away, and you could tell she was into the movie as much as I was into the movie. And then there was a guy 7 feet to my right, and then there was two people behind me, up higher but behind me, and then there was a bunch of people further back. We were all sitting there just waiting, and people just leaving, piling out. I was like, "This is a Marvel film. You know, there's the end scene, right? Where you going?" I was like, "You know what? Wait, Jason. Not everybody's a dork like you." I had to put myself back on place. You know, I was like start yelling at people, "Where you going?" No, anyways, Shang-Chi, Legend of Ten Rings. This is a damn good movie. It's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Could probably be the best Marvel film, hands down. I know there are a few reactors slash critics out there that's in LA that are now saying that this is their number one. This is taking out Endgame, and I'm like, Endgame is a big movie. Endgame is a very big movie, but to say it takes out Endgame, that's big. I kind of want to say it, but I just like I feel like I'd be betraying the whole cause if I say that. But it's such a good film that if it did not exist inside the MCU, it still would be a good film. Like it, even if it was just Shang Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings, it was its own thing brought to us by somebody totally different. It would be a dope film. It had nothing to do with it being in the MCU that makes it a dope film. It's just a dope ass film. Like when you look at some of the films in the MCU, we wouldn't have got them if they were just standalones. You know what I'm saying? Like Ant Man, we would never got Ant Man 1 or 2. We would never got that. You know what I'm saying? So hell, we never would have got Black Widow if it was a standalone. You know what I'm saying? I mean like standalone like a whole other company. You know what I'm saying? Not Marvel. The they're so watching the film from beginning to end. Um, the way they cover how the Mandarin received the rings and how he used them and how long he used them for and his origin story is well done. Um, things make sense. The story flows perfectly fine. It's told in a manner where it doesn't feel like things are just sketchy and you like I don't that doesn't make sense or why would they do that? Whoever really penned this story, whoever penned this story is who Marvel needs to get to write other stories. Because this person or group of persons did a really, really good job with telling an origin story without it making it feel long and drawn out, without making it feel like something that's we can throw away. It still made it feel like it's a part of the modern story, even though origins, takes place way previous. And of course, this one takes place a long time ago, but it still feels like it's part of the main story. It's not a throwaway. Like when they do Spider-Man and they do his origin and the death of Ben, and the way they do it, it just feels like it's a throwaway sometimes, even though it's an emotional tug to make you feel something. It feels like it's separate from the film, like it's its own thing. But everything in this movie flows. And like I said, I've always been a supporter of Aquafina from back in the day, from her little desk interviews, from her live little TV show she used to do on YouTube back in the day. Uh, all the interviews she do, or some of her stand up. I think the way she carries her character in the story, it just fits. It just fits, and it does well. The comedy that's in the story is not like other movies where it feels forced. It feels conversational. So that was a big plus. I was purposely watching in this film to see if they would do that like they did with Black Widow. Black Widow, they overdid it in some scenes, and I said that in my review. But this one, it feels like it's a part of the conversation. It doesn't feel like it's something that they were okay. Serious note, serious note, serious note. Okay, throw a joke in there. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like you're having a casual conversation, and one of your friends who's just a sarcastic type of person, they just say certain things, and it fits. And they perfectly picked Aquafina because if you notice a lot of her roles, when they want her to do that, it's something that she does naturally. So because she does naturally, it fits naturally in the story. It's not forced. It's like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is great at that type of comedy, but sometimes they try to force it in the writing because he's the star of the movies. But she did great. Um, but like I said, once again, I'll say this: if you're on the fence about this movie, don't be on the fence anymore. Please go watch it if you can. If you can go and watch it in a safe environment and you know the environment is safe, please watch it. The place I went to, they they not only like just how they always sweep up this place, they do the full wipe down after every movie, and that's including the bathrooms, the counters. They have the plastic sheens up to block from between the concession stands and the people in line. Like they have taken it very serious, and I truly appreciate that because when I go there, I feel comfortable. I don't feel like I'm going to a place where I'm like, I want to see this movie, but I don't want to get sick, and I don't want to feel like I'm risking it going to this place. In this place, I don't feel that way. So I'm very thankful for them. So yes, I really appreciate the work that they put in at the theater to take care of their customers. I truly, truly appreciate that. And everybody there, all the people working there, everyone wears masks. There's not a single person not wearing masks there. There are some people who are in the theater aren't wearing masks, but here in Texas, the rule is if you're vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask, but they still suggest you wear a mask. So I still wear a mask no matter what. Anyways, like I said, if you're on the fence and you have a safe place to go to, please. I'm saying if you are truly into the Marvel MCU universe and it's a character that you've been interested in and waiting to see if it's something you're interested in, go watch this movie. This movie has made double the amount of Black Widow. It has made double the amount of Fast and Furious. And this is just in the first couple of days. So it's only been today is technically Monday going to Tuesday, so it's only been a few days. Anyways, thank you guys for thank you for being a part of the channel. Thank you for um, following. Thank you for subscribing. Those who are new, if you like what you see or you want to see more, please check out more videos. There's plenty more in there's plenty more in tank. Trust me, there's almost 400 videos on this channel, so there's plenty of videos. Check if there's things that you want to see, want me to react to, put it in the description or put it in the description and I will definitely see them. I try to get to every comment, every concern that's posted. I try to get to it and I try to respond to just about everybody. So if you do like what you see, please hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. I don't I think the only movie I've given a 10 out of 10, wait, I've probably given maybe now I'm trying to think of the movies. Maybe two or three a 10 out of 10 in the MCU. Because not everyone is perfect. They're good, but they're not all perfect. But this one, it's not perfect because there's something that I would like, but if I had to give it on a criteria basis of covering different aspects of what we look for in a film, besides just carrying the character to the main screen and making him or her look amazing, Simu Liu does that hands down. The scene you guys see in the beginning of the trailer where he's fighting on the bus, that is a dope scene. That is you only see a piece of it. You only see a piece of it. That's what I'm saying. The trailer does not ruin the movie. When I was sitting there, I was like, "Damn, this is all actually happening on that bus." And then the scenes where he has a shirt off. He's about to fight. Like you didn't you didn't get told too much information. Even with Abomination, in Wong. Like you didn't trust me. There's things that you just want to see before it gets ruined on the internet. If once everything gets to the internet, it's gonna get ruined. Um, Plus, we'll probably be doing some reactions to some Easter egg videos. So once I do those, I'm telling you, it's spoilers all day. But I don't want to do spoilers right now. I still not something I'm really great at this line of spoilers. So I just like talking about the films so you guys understand how I felt when I saw the film. That's like I said, I just want to tell you that this movie is good. From start to end, it is a great film. Great, great. Do I have a favorite character? It's hard to pick because I really loved Simi Lu as Shang-Chi. I really loved Aquafina as Katie. I really loved his sister. I enjoyed the hell out of the father who played the Mandarin, Michelle Yao who played Ying Nan, um, Master Guangbo. Like oh my, like there's so many people in this film. Even like young Shang Chi was such a good actor. Like they picked great people, and you will recognize some faces of some other movies that come like in the kung fu hustle type area. Like you'll recognize faces, and when I seen them, I was like, oh, I just felt like it was a good connection, and I wonder if the directors or the writers have connections to those films because it was definitely there's definitely some homages in this movie to some of those films that we have grown up with or seen. And I really appreciate that writing. I really appreciate that. Even Razor Fist. Razor Fist in the film, Florian Montano, I don't know they say Florian. I'll just destroy his last name. Florian is good in the film. He's good. I don't even want to I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Like the movie is good, bro. that's it is what it is. The movie is good. Simi Lou. When I first seen you, before I even really heard about Shang Chi, I was like, this dude's funny. But now seeing you get busy, that dude's bad. That Simi Lou is bad. Like I hope that it's still not being withheld from the people in China to watch it because right now the movie is not available in China. Like they're withholding it, and I'm not sure 100% why. If you know, please let me know in the comments. If you know, please let me know. But they're withholding this film from being shown. They're China. I guess the politics side is like no, and I'm not sure exactly why. I wonder if it has something to do with them being Canadian. I don't know. I hope that's not what it is. That would be kind of stupid, but especially with the connections of all the other people, the actors in the film being from being from China. You know what I'm saying? So, and other big films in China, they have a great list of actors in this movie. So I hope that's not the situation. But if you do know what the situation is, please let me know. Put down below. Also, like I said, I try to do my best without spoilers, but also those who like this video and those who've made it to this point, please leave a yellow heart down below and put done. I would truly appreciate it. That lets me know you watched the entire video, which is a very long video so far. I just looked at the time and realized how much I've been talking. So I do apologize for talking this much, but I do love you guys for still being here. If you're still here, thank you so much for being a part of the family, the fiction fam. Man, y'all have put me on a crazy, crazy roller coaster ride, and I thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you guys. This film, this film right here is off the chain. Off the chain. Let's go, y'all. I appreciate you. I love you. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, y'all. I'm out.